No, doesn't look confident. Gave a little handball off and a long ball by McGovern. Right to the line. Got it.
Haven't really looked like getting a shot at goal until then.
Paul?
Yes.
Mitch McGovern.
I like it.
Mitch McGovern. So,
yeah.
Born on the 11th of October 1994, played 110 games. I'm really happy to be saying what I'm about to say. We finally got to see Mitch McGovern play consistent football in a season. Like, we got to see it. We knew what we were going to get if we saw it.
Yep.
And it was just a frustration because we hadn't seen it, but we knew what was there. Yeah. And I think it's safe to say in 23, we finally saw it.
Yeah, he's the epitome of. Do you remember all those preseason chats we had for 3 to 4 seasons, right? About him, right? About him. The chat was always, God, if he gets his body right. Oh, if he gets his body right. Geez, if he gets his body right. God, if McGovern can stay fit, we'll be all right this year. He finally stayed fit and we were all right this year. He's basically the poster boy for the whole list over the last 3 to 4 seasons. Underperformed, underwhelming, injured, never consistent, never lived up to the hype. We knew something was there, like we did with this whole list. We knew something was there. It was just a matter of seeing it, and we did see it. So more of what he did in season 2023, and we could very well be on our way towards something very special this season. So he did have a little niggle towards the back end with the hammy, which he overcame, which is fantastic. How does that look in season 2024? I don't know. You know, he's got a family now. Does he have a little bubba? I think he's got a little bubba. He's married. Yeah. So that's another important facet of it. You know, it's that'll add a new layer of seriousness to him too. So more of the same from him. Intercept. Well, I don't know if they will, but is there a chance that they could maybe swing him forward for a little bit? The option is there. The option is there.
I think I saw a snippet of him talking with the forward line group in a training video recently, and it may have just been a drill, whatever. And it actually got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, it's there if we need it.
I think so.
Certainly. I mean, you look at his career, starting as a forward or play a little bit of back, comes to us, starts as a forward, eventually goes back. I just want to read out his last 3 seasons. So 2021, 5 games, 2022, 7 games, 2023, 22 games.
Yeah.
It wasn't until 2022 that we saw him go back, and that was what he did. Good players find a way to impact. I actually think he's a bit more than a good player because he can play forward. I do believe he could play forward at a high level, and we've seen him play in defense at a high level as well. So to answer your question, I believe it's there. I don't know if we announce it or anything, but it's there if we need it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's got the capability to, and you saw, did you see, the couple of set plays we had with him in 2023, the handball receives and the flying shots at goal. He did it against Fremantle. He did it against Collingwood for our first goal of the game that night when we beat them on the Friday night.
Yeah.
So, there's attacking armor in there. I think that's one thing that we've always liked about him. He, even in those moments in the first half of last season, he was always the one that as soon as he got the ball, he was looking to go. He was looking to roll. He was looking for that kick on the 45-degree angle to open up the play. That's one thing that we've never feared with him. He's a beautiful user of the ball. More of the, he has the, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. I don't think it is, but he has the capability of being a club champion.
Yeah.
He has that capability.
He's got all Australian talent.
Yeah.
He has the brilliance.
Yeah, he has the brilliance. So, it's a far cry from what we saw in the first bit of his Carlton career. And may it continue. May 2023 and that form continues. So, I touch wood. I pray that his preseason continues the way it is. He's had as far as we know, it's all been pretty seamless and smooth sailing so far. So
Yeah.
they'd have an idea of what his load management bearing is like. They'd have an idea of what works best for him now. And how old is he, by the way? What's his age? 28?
Correct.
Okay, right.
So he's
Think of his powers.
29. He's 29.
Okay,
he's born on the 11th of October 94.
Yeah.
So he'll be
His
30.
powers.
He'll be 29 for the 24 season.
Okay, yeah.
And then he'll turn 30 at once it's all done. So
Yeah.
just to touch on, you mentioned his away from football, his family life. Now, neither of us are fathers of children.
No,
but
no.
I imagine, and through talking to people who are fathers of children,
Yes.
I imagine the added responsibility of becoming
Yeah.
a father changes you as a man, and
Yep.
your priorities change, and you're selfless and the like. And you see little snippets, and like for example, Dom McQuay talking today about how Mitch McGovern's really helped him out, taking him under his wing. That nurturing side to Mitch is starting to show a bit more. Like he's now looked at as a senior figure within the team, and I think that responsibility has helped him.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, there's it changes because it has changed for him. When you think about it, there's, like you said, the added layer of responsibility is now there for him because it just has to occur. So he's got to put bread on the table now properly. There's no mucking around. He's got another little mouth to feed. So whether that is it the biggest factor in him staying consistent and keeping his body right and turning his form around, we don't know, but it's definitely a factor. It's definitely a factor for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's in this bracket of players. There's a couple of them in the team, from my view, where I say, if you can just give us exactly the output you gave us in 2023, I'm not asking for much more, not asking for much less, just kind of stay consistent with where you are right now. I think he found a really nice
zone
output, a consistent output that he showed he could keep up for the majority of the year. Now, he's not, I mean, he's playing a role within the back 6, 7. He's playing a role within the system. He could get more of the ball if we were a lesser side. I do see that in him, but from where I see him, just, mate, 22 games of Mitch McGovern, we're a contender.
The only thing, spot on. Exactly right. The only thing with him is just reliability. That's all.
Yep.
That's the only question mark on him at the moment. There were question marks over his form and how serious he took it. Now it's just about reliability. How reliable is your body? So, look, season 2023 told us if everything goes well, he's able to see out a full season and the rigors and the loads of a full season. And, the only way you can really build your capability with regards to that is by actually going through it. So, we hopefully there's more of it to come. Not too sure about the hair at the moment, but he did lose a bet. So I guess we'll let him off for that.
Yeah, the light color
expressing himself.
Yeah.
Expressing
well,
himself.
He does look more comfortable. That's the thing. Like,
yes.
I mean, there must have been. I mean, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him specifically, but just from doing this, like there were times doing this channel where McGovern was the center of a lot of criticism. The contract that he came on drew a lot of attention because obviously you only have a finite amount of resources. So when you invest a lot into one player, questions will be asked. There's more pressure. I think now that that's past us, that big deal's past us, he's on a lesser deal. That removes that bit of noise, and other than that, like it's just business as usual for Mitch.
Yeah, completely agree. There's no real reason for him to have to change anything up. The only thing we suggested was maybe does he move forward a little bit more than he might have in 2023, but I doubt that would happen because we've got plenty up there. But more of the same from Mitch. More of the same.
More of
Simple
the same
as that.
for Mitch. Yep. Well, guys, what do you think? Let us know how you feel about Mitch McGovern heading into 2024.